Why is the government coming so much later to come and demolish somebody's property that he has worked all his life to come and invest, put up a house for his family, and then all of a sudden in a span of minutes, your house is brought down? Why is it not possible that the government and the people of Machakos sit down and dialogue? Is this the kind of country we want to have, where people are inhumane, treating our people very badly? First of all, I want to ask, Portland, East African Portland was first foreign owned. Whom did they buy the land from? This was during the colonial days. This land was for this community, the Machakos community. We went as far as, I think, somewhere in a museum. But with the time, we have been pushed as a community. And enough is enough. If they bought this land, why? As far as I'm concerned, they were given the land to mine, repair the land after they have finished mining, and revert it back to the people, the community, who are our community, the Kambas. Why have they now, why do they want today, I see in the newspaper, they want people to buy. How do you demolish somebody's property? You leave him with no money, and now you tell him to go and buy. I mean, what is happening? Somebody is not thinking somewhere. Members, honorable members, this is not fair. These are our people, and we should not allow them to be put in such circumstances. They have children. We have schools. What are our children who are supposed to be sitting for exams going through? Is this what we want really to go through?
And then talk over the radio, talking against what we are doing here. Honorable Speaker, a sin is a sin no matter who commits a sin. It is committed by a priest. It is a sin. What happened there, and I'm repeating it here, we need to include from the motion, in the motion, they are requesting for 4 things. Allow me to introduce a 5th thing. That will also apply before the court of law. For these victims to be given what we call special and general damages. Special and general damages. Some obtain credit from that. And these are the people who are committing suicide. I understand somebody, blood pressure, shoot. And as he was being taken to hospital, he passed out. These are deaths which are caused by heart of people. So we should also charge them for the loss of life that they have caused. So Mheshimiwa, honestly, if you don't have anything to tell this house, just keep quiet.
Thank you. Next, Honorable Felix. I remember concluded. Honorable Felix, go ahead.
Affecting our county. I wish to state that today, Honorable,
it's a very sad day for this assembly, because we are discussing matters that are affecting our people not because they are Kambas, our people because they are Kenyans, and they happened to have invested in our county. We are sad because I feel the law is not being followed. 2 wrongs do not make a right. If these people, by bad luck, were sold land, the government was there when they were putting up these structures to condition. Why come when they are conditioned?
Just to first and foremost recognize our visitors from the gallery. Welcome to this house. It's unfortunate that you've come at a time when there are serious issues to tackle, but they benefit you in one way or the other. Families affected on the same belong to some of you, and it's a good opportunity that you may understand what goes around. In future, you will be leaders, as it has always been alluded, and maybe you'll be perpetrators of the same in the positive or negative way. So it's good you take note. Honorable Speaker, when we talk of historical injustices, we talk and maybe you've never experienced the same. Today, as a county of Machakos, we can outrightly say that whatever is happening in Athi River is historical injustices. We need to draw back from where it started. Honorable Speaker, the first assembly of this nation sat in this chamber. It was perceived to be the capital city of Kenya. But due to historical injustices, some few individuals who are enemies, and I want this quoted, some few individuals who are enemies of the Kamba community decided to take back that priority and privilege to Nairobi. Honorable Speaker, the boundaries of Machakos County, the Kamba community, and I'm speaking of the Kamba community, initially, as history dictates, we are from Museum Hill. At some point, the same people thought Machakos cannot have Nairobi City within its boundaries. The same was moved to South Bay. They realized the company community will benefit. And they were not happy about it. The historical injustice continued to rise. The appetite to deny the Kamba community the privilege to enjoy such kind of facilities and amenities continued to grow. And they moved us. When they sat in this assembly and decided to do the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, the only best place it will be was where it is today. Then it was Kambaland. But what happened? They moved the boundaries again to Kapa, so that the privileges and the benefits of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport may not benefit the Kamba community. Honorable Speaker, this injustice is beyond. Whatever is happening in Athi River today is outright abuse of the human rights. It's atrocities against humanity. Why did this happen before? Why have we chosen politics to dominate our people's lives? The same Kenya Kwanza government, Honorable Speaker, it is in record. Sometime last year, when Portland put this advert again, and they get the public to sell the plots, they called the MD for Portland Cement and told him to stop the process because they were collecting money to fund Azimio campaign, which is outright wrong. Why have they repeated the same process after demolitions have been undertaken? Honorable Speaker, recently, we hosted the MD for KCB Bank here, and he outrightly said that the government has failed to compensate them the loan that was taken by Portland, which is a public listed company that has failed to give us profit because of the same people who have been in that government for the longest time possible and have been taking finances from the same to bring it down and come and say, Honorable Speaker, it is unfortunate that a bill was passed last week and signed by the President, allowing the Kenya Kwanza government to sell public parastatal bodies without the consent of the National Assembly. It is outright with what is happening in Athi River. I can honestly say here, they will not sell it to anyone. They will buy it and own it through proxies. If the Kenya Kwanza government can go to Western Kenya, if the Kenya Kwanza government can go to Central Kenya and bail out companies, sugar companies, tea factories, billions of shillings, why did the same government come and bail out Portland and pay 6.7 billion shillings that is owned by Portland 7 and revert back that land to the people of Machakos County and the Kamba community? This is masters of double speak, Honorable Speaker.
10 years. Mr. Speaker, aware that an appeal against the said suit is being floated by the aggrieved parties, Machakos County government being one of those parties, Honorable Speaker, I wish to move a motion that, pursuant to study order that this House adjourns to discuss that. Number one, Machakos government be enjoined as interested party in the appeal. Interested party in the appeal case against the Legal 674 of 2014 that was looked at Machakos ELC court on Friday, 30th October 2023. 2. Notice to vacate from the same land was given and that the action of demolition and destruction of property was inhuman, and hence the affected residents need to be compensated. Number 3. Administration of land in the Tumomulongwa be done from the Machakos land registry. Number 4. Bordering between Machakos County and Nairobi being defined well to avoid administration of clashes. Honorable Speaker, I wish with your permission, you allow me to elaborate a little bit of the content of the motion.
You may proceed, Mr. President. As you so called it.
As we all know that in Machakos we have people mourning in the Mavoko. Mr. Speaker, this motion touches not only Machakos, people from Machakos origin, but all Kenyans who reside in Mavoko. Because, Mr. Speaker, in Mavoko we have all tribes, we have all kinds of Kenyans in Mavoko. And this act, over 10,000 Kenyans being misplaced, this is not a small number, and this may bring an economy of this country to go down and may bring chaos in this country. So, Mr. Speaker, I have this House to discuss and approve this motion because it's a very important account and very urgent as far as the leaders of Machakos, as far as their representatives we are concerned. So, Mr. Speaker, I urge honorable members to support this motion and take it with the urgency that it deserves. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I call upon Dominic Maida to second.
The matter or issues concerning land are matters which are emotional, not only in Machakos County but in the whole country and also in the whole world. You remember the other day we had Rwangus with Uganda trying to talk about the boundaries between Uganda and Kenya. And the matters of the land are emotional. Mr. Speaker, as I stand here, I want to agree with the move of the motion that the issue that we are discussing here is a matter of county importance. Because our people, our children, our mothers, our brothers and sisters are suffering in Mavoko. People are sleeping without food, people are sleeping without shelter, and our constitution is very clear that the government of Kenya is liable to provide security and shelter for our people. Mr. Speaker, when we talk of matters of land in Mavoko, it is very clear that matters of land are devolved in the county. And where there is an interest of the national government, the constitution is also very clear that the national government ought to talk or dialogue with the county government to see how to handle matters that are conflicting with the national government and the county government. This did not happen in Mavoko because our county government was not involved. And even though if at all there was a court ruling that this land belongs to East African Portland, the government ought to have put up a committee to see how to deal with the people who are already on ground. In fact, talking about the advert that has been put today in the newspaper, that the East African Portland is selling the land that is just adjacent to that block. The best that would have happened is for the East African Portland to come and negotiate with the people who are already on the ground. If at all they want to sell the land to them, they sell the land to the people who are already on the ground. Because the court will not grant Eastern and Portland an order to demolish buildings for our people.